Alright, so I don't, I'm in my wife's van today. Don't have my normal camera, so I'm holding my phone. If any of you watching the market, as in precious metals market, you will notice a huge jump today. 24 something gold and at one point 84 cents, maybe even higher for silver. So I quickly pulled up a chart, historical chart. What was the low for this month? $15 for silver. What's today's price? It hit 17 bucks. Hold on. Is that a 15% move roughly? Yes, it is. In a 2-week time frame, silver has jumped 15%. Now, I've been watching things lately, and this video is also about a webbot hit. So this is like webbot hit, silver prices, Bitcoin. This is like I need to do kind of a summary of all that stuff because I've been watching these earthquakes, volcanoes going off. Webbot just got done saying, look out for these things, it's about to get heated. Sure enough, we have 2 major earthquakes, damage in Japan. We have another one after that. Trying to think of where that second one was. A lot of damage there as well. One was a 7.8, and then it was a 7.4, whatever. At the same time, we have 2 volcanoes going off. I think one was in Japan, maybe, and the other one was in Alaska, of all places. Timed with these earthquakes, basically. Cliff said to look out for this stuff. He usually leaves a lot of that stuff out of his reports, but this last one I did, he mentioned that. And again, I didn't read every single thing out of the, Terra entity that he calls, that section he calls the Terra entity. I'm doing a summary of the report, so I don't read all of it. I just pick and choose what I want to talk about. So there's more on that. Bitcoin. Now, a while back, as in September, October timeframe, Cliff was coming out saying that Bitcoin's going to go to 408. Then it should go, should hover up and down. This should go to 428, come back down. Essentially, we need to see it do this 3 times and then stay above 428. So we were watching it and noticed in a matter of days, or maybe it was a couple weeks, I'm not sure, it had done that. Except, if you look at when it did it and we counted it, we were counting during the day. Well, when you look at charts and things, for example, like this chart I just looked at today for silver, it doesn't show you what it's doing during the day, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's only showing you where did it start during the day, essentially, where did it end, right? So where did it end the day before, where does it start, end, start, end. That's all you get to see. So where did basically silver end, or whatever you're looking at, whether it's oil, gold, whatever, where did it end on this date? That's the price. So if you look at Bitcoin in the same way, we haven't had the 3 moves yet. And we were waiting on one more. I mentioned this the other day. We're waiting on one more. And I just noticed, I was just talking to my neighbor a few days ago. We were talking about some of this stuff, actually. And I mentioned to him about, this webbot report and how it worked. He, thought that was pretty fascinating. And I mentioned the same thing. We're waiting on one more. And I said, by the way, just this few days ago, it's above 428 once again. And it's been hovering above that Bitcoin price. So I said, I think this might be that 3rd time it was really talking about, whereas we were fixed on the exact day. Oh, well, we'll did it twice today, so it counts as 2 times. Again, the webbot's not perfect. And if you look at anything else in the world, when you look at the price, it is what's the price today, what did it end at today, where did it end at today, that kind of a thing. So, funny enough, Bitcoin, just days ago, was above 428 for a while, because it hadn't been above that for a little while now, right? And all of a sudden, here we are today, silver blasts off, not to mention the last week ago, silver had jumped 6% in a matter of days, and now it's jumped up even more. So I, of course, went back April 5th, or I think it was April 5th, or 4th or 5th, and then today, approximately 2 weeks. Matter of fact, it might be right on the money 2 weeks, but I did the calculation. It's about 15%. Silver has jumped 15%. However, after Bitcoin did its move past 428 for what I think is the third and final time, we see this giant 80-something cents, and again, I haven't seen the exact highest it moved, but at one point it was 84 cents up this morning. And I'm talking, 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. So it was up 84 cents. And again, we don't know where it's going to end today, whatever. But that happened after the third and final move of Bitcoin, which is what the previous Webbot reports were talking about, where silver should make a nice jump. Make some headlines, precious metals, watch silver, after we see this third and final Bitcoin move past 428. So, again, just a few days ago, Bitcoin did this. And right now, today, Tuesday, silver has jumped significantly. Why today? Well, because today, China launched Yaun, their currency, denominated gold bullion trading today, in a move that will further boost its power in the global gold and FX markets, or Forex markets. Critics of the existing pricing mechanisms hope that it will lead to increased transparency and may end manipulation. This is from Silver Doctors. The Shanghai Gold Exchange, or SGE, the world's largest physical gold exchange, launched a yuan-denominated benchmark price today in Shanghai, a measure that will benefit both China's domestic gold market and the global precious metals market. And this is a black and white copy, but this goes back from 2008 to 2014. Well, that's as much as I can fit on the page. It actually goes further than that, but you see a nice little trend. That's a nice trend. This is a physical gold bullion exchange. This whole article is from Silver Doctors. The SGE set the price at 256.92 yen a gram, or currently $1,233.85 US dollars per ounce, at the 10:30 a.m. session after members of the SGE submitted buy and sell orders of gold of 99.99% purity, according to Bloomberg. Members include Chinese banks, jewelers, miners, and the local units of Standard Chartered plc in Australia and New Zealand Banking Group Ltd, according to the bourse. The SGE said in a press release that the launch of the Shanghai gold benchmark price will be useful as it adequately reflects the gold supply and demand in China and represents the price trend of China's gold market, and China is now the largest producer and buyer of gold bullion in the world. Shanghai gold is gold bars or ingots with the standard weight of 1 kilogram and a fineness of no lower than 999.9, I think they meant, well, whatever, delivered in Shanghai and traded via the Shanghai Exchange price trading platform. It is quoted in yuan per gram and settled via the SGE platform. Quote, at present, China's gold derivatives market is lacking in an authoritative and equitable gold benchmark price, which is denominated in renminbi, which again is also the name of their currency. The launch of the Shanghai gold benchmark price will facilitate the development of China's gold derivatives market, which will also have a big impact on the price of gold-related financial products, wealth management products, and derivatives, the release said. Shanghai gold benchmark price follows the principle which allows all orders executed on the SGE price trading platform. The benchmark price is determined when price and volume reach the balance during the auction period of the SGE price trading system. Experts said that the Shanghai gold benchmark price will play a significant role in the global gold market. Which, by the way, I need to stop for a second. Myself, well, I mentioned I'm doing the interview with Cliff High, which I'm really interviewing him. I just talked to him this morning through email. We are going to try to do it Saturday morning, record it, upload it probably the same night or same day, and let it roll. So be on the lookout for that. And now that this has happened, this is just more to talk about, as I just said, about the Webbot stuff. according to David Marsh, as quoted by the official China Daily, managing director and co-founder of Official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum, the yuan-denominated gold benchmark offered by SGE is a necessary addition to the international gold market and should make the pricing of physical gold more open to the play of actual market forces, as opposed to the United States COMEX CME Group rigging the price with 300 to 1, 400 to 1, now 500 to 1 paper derivatives contracts, essentially, for every 100-ounce gold contract, when it should be 1 to 1. You can't sell a piece of paper that says, hey, whoever wants this and pays me in full, you can have the gold, only to find out that you've sold that piece of paper 500 freaking times, and there's only 100 ounces backing it, when there should be 500 times 100 each, right? So, the People's Bank of China says potential is huge. The Shanghai Gold Benchmark will provide a fair and tradable yuan-denominated gold price fix, will help improve yuan pricing mechanism and promote internationalization of the Chinese gold market. The Chinese gold market has rare opportunities for development. The market capacity and potential are huge. Today's event will help enhance the impact of the renminbi on gold pricing. Is it the end of a manipulation? They are aware it is a time-consuming process. It is not going to happen in one day, 1 month, or even 1 year. A source familiar with the SGE's thinking said to Reuters. China has to show to the world over a consistent period of time that the price is open, rational, reasonable, and that there is no manipulation, he was quoted as saying. And transparency in the fixing process has come under scrutiny since a scandal broke out in 2012 over the rigging of the London Interbank Offered Rate, or LIBOR. The London Gold Fix, previously set via a teleconference among banks, and facing allegations, not facing allegations, they've admitted, silver and gold, we rigged it, was replaced in 2015 by electronic auctions, right? So, this is day one of the end of precious metals manipulation. The only question in which we can't answer is how many days is it going to take? This is day one. How much time is it going to take to root out and get rid of this rotten U.S.-based rigging of markets, especially in the commodities markets, which is precious metals, they're part of that. Same with oil. How long is it going to take to where the whole world says, you know what, screw the U.S. market, we're not even looking at those prices anymore, we want to just deal with China and only China. And then all of a sudden, what's the, since Chinese, the gold is set in Chinese yen, dollar prices, what's the U.S. conversion of that today? Oh my gosh, it's up significantly, right? Those are the days that are coming. Do not forget, I've mentioned this a ton of times. I believe it was November 2014, CME Group, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the one that runs the COMEX, added some rules, circuit breakers for gold and silver. If gold moves $100, and I don't know what the time frame is, in 15 minutes or something like that, circuit breakers are triggered. You can't sell, buy, trade gold. You gotta wait. Circuit breakers are triggered. Time period's up. Try again. It went up another $100 in 15 minutes. Circuit breakers triggered again. This is supposedly only allowed 4 times in a full day's trading session. And after that would mean $400 worth. And then after that, I don't think there's any more circuit breakers. It goes where it's going to go. They did the same thing for silver, except obviously smaller. $3 moves 4 times a day. That's $12 total move in a day. The CME Group instilled this. They put this rule into place. Why? Because, as I've always said, they always do things well in advance when they know something's coming, and there's not a chance in hell they put these rules in place so that if the market crashes down, this, gold and silver, that us sheeple are protected from losing out. They want nothing more than for us to lose out, so we stay away from the freaking gold and silver. That's their way of saying, I told you to get away from that. We just smashed the price on you. And that's my way of saying, thank you for doing that, because now I just went out and bought more physical precious metals instead of your paper garbage. Bottom line, they put that rule in place to stop the rising of the prices too rapidly. You know this is true. This is obvious. And I remember the days, me talking about WebBot Report, it said that $5 a day moves would be coming in silver, followed by $20 per day moves in silver. Think about this. The CME Group's rule for the full day of silver, if it moved too much, is a total of $12. Right? $3 moves times 4, $12. $5 move per day, WebBot said was coming. How could that even be absurd if they have a system in place that says it can't, essentially, if it moves $12, we've got circuit breakers in there to handle up to $12. You would naturally say, well, yeah, but if that's $12, how is it going to go to $20 a day? Again, first circuit breaker is triggered, second circuit breaker is triggered, third, fourth is triggered. That's $12, of a move. After the fourth, from what I remember reading, there are no more circuit breakers. So you could say, okay, it stopped at 12, ultimately, and we still got a couple hours left of trading today. Now there's no more circuit breakers. And then it goes up $20, $25, right? That's how that can happen. It remains to be seen how this is going to happen, but do not forget, the club put that rule in place. And I've told you the entire time why they did it. Because they're going to stop, as best they can, the rising of the price of silver and gold. This is confirmation that they know and knew something was coming. They knew China's taking over, like I've been mentioning all these years. And this is day one of China's essentially takeover of the precious metals market. How long is it going to take for the whole world to really figure this out and go with China? Remains to be seen. But I hope you've been buying some precious metals. Because to wake up and it's 16, 15, or whatever it was, and then the next day it's $17, that in and of itself, I think, was like a 6% move. So, again, 2 weeks, and it's up 15%. Take care. Talk to you all later.